Time for the word for the day. The word for the day comes out of Esther chapter 5, starting at verse 9. And Haman went out that day joyful and glad of heart. But when Haman saw Mordecai in the king's gate, that he neither rose nor trembled before him, he was filled with wrath against Mordecai. Nevertheless, Haman restrained himself and went home. And he sent and brought his friends and his wife Zeresh. And Haman recounted to them the splendor of his riches, the number of his sons, and all the promotions with which the king had honored him, and how he had advanced him above the officials and the servants of the king. Then Haman said, Even Queen Esther let no one but me come with the king to the feast she prepared, and tomorrow also I am invited by her together with the king. Yet all this is worth nothing to me so long as I see Mordecai the Jew sitting at the king's gate. Then his wife Zeresh and all his friends said to him, Let a gallows 50 cubits high be made, and in the morning tell the king to have Mordecai hanged upon it. Then go joyfully with the king to the feast. And this idea pleased Haman, and he had the gallows made. So what's interesting about this story in Esther is Mordecai will not show Haman any kind of respect whatsoever. Haman is right up there with the king. He thinks he's somebody. He thinks he deserves that respect, and he's just not getting it from poor old meek Mordecai. And so, he goes to the king. He's like, look, man, I've got to do something about this guy. I'm tired of him. He's not doing what he's supposed to be doing. He's not showing me respect, and I want him gone. And so the king's like, well, what do you want me to do? And he says, well, let's build the gallows 50 cubits high. And that's pretty tall, so everybody could see what was going on. And so when he builds the gallows, he has no idea that he's actually building the gallows for himself. That's why it tells us in the New Testament to humble ourselves before God. Why? Because we're not above God. We're not above really anybody. And, people that think they have power and money and all this stuff, they're not above God. So they're not above anybody really, because we're all created in the image of God. And if we are, that means, we're created in the image of God, and we're not above God. We're below him, and everybody sits on that stool below him. So when we look at this passage, think about your life. Are you building a gallows to hang yourself on, or are you showing gratitude to God for everything that he's given you? Think about that a little bit. Humble yourself, and let's make sure we're doing everything for the glory of God. Y'all have a good one. I'll catch you on the next one.